What is this data about?
Bill, sir.
Which bill?
Oh, yeah, this
Telephone bills.
Telephone bill.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how do you analyze all this data? Let's say you are responsible for data analysis, right? You get
up
all
to
the
down.
data. Okay. How will you make sense out of it?
I will do ascending, descending to ascending. Or ascending, yeah, descending to ascending. From smallest to lowest.
Okay. Then what will you do?
Then once I get the smallest to lowest, I will find the average of it by adding everything and dividing by 200. Then I will find how many minutes were most used. Yeah, but I would just find the average of it, that's it.
Is it minutes or dollars?
Dollars, sorry.
Then how will you find the minutes?
No, not like that. Like I see how many dollars is spent as an average.
Okay. So let's assume that this is the bill of 200 customers. Okay. Any company can think of. Okay. So this is the bill of 200 customers and you are marketing manager, let's say, of the company. Okay. You have this. Now you have to make some decisions, right? So how will you analyze so much of data? The step one is you create frequency distribution. Okay. So this is how you will create frequency distribution. So what I have done, so totally minimum bill was 200 and maximum was 199 something, I guess. No, 119. Okay, so I've taken limit from 0 to 120 and divided by 10. So created the limit of 0 to 15, 15 to 30. This is what we saw yesterday. Remember? We created these groups and now we know the number of frequency, number of bills that fall in 0 to 15 range, number of bills that fall in 15 to 30 range, number of bills that fall in 30 to 45 range. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we found the frequency. Now we have drawn a frequency diagram. Histogram also we call it, right? So okay, so 0 to 15, 75, 15 to 30, 37, so on. Now we have got this. Okay, what does this mean? Now, what decision will you make from this?
Most users spend 15 or less minutes using internet.
Yes, go ahead one by one. First you think, okay? Don't just start speaking.
Okay.
Okay, first you think, get your thoughts clear, you convince yourself first, and then you start speaking. Okay, so tell me, your marketing manager, you got this. See now, when you're looking at that number, right? Probably it was, you cannot make any head or tail out of this. But moment you created a frequency distribution, now you're able to analyze entire 200. You were, if you had created this, whether it was 500 to 1000 also, you'll be able to analyze using frequency distribution. Okay. Now, what does, so you are able to view a graph. So entire 200 data is now form of a small graph. What will you understand from this? What do you understand from this?
So well, I can see that 15 minutes, $15 was how much most people spent, and the least amount was $60 for the long distance calls. So it's like a curve.
$60.
It makes like a curve. Yeah.
Yeah, minimum max you can read the data, right? Frequency table will not tell you minimum max. So max we have seen, minimum is 0 here, maximum is 119 here, right? So minimum maximum you won't for that you don't have to create a frequency distribution. You can directly get data itself.
Like how many people were $15 or under, and how many people were $120 or over?
Yes. So But what sense? See that anyway, this table is telling us, right? But how is that helpful to you? What decision can you make? Louder, I can't hear you.
No, sir, I didn't see him.
So what? So hold on, Dhanit. I'm not talking to you, Dhanit. Yeah, go ahead. 35% people are 15 to 30, no. So 0 to 30 minutes. Okay. Okay, that is 0 to 30 minutes, 35%. Okay, then okay. You have the numbers here. Okay, but don't worry about too much of exact calculation. Okay, so when you have this, okay, now again you're looking at the entire data set. So what this guy has done is broken down into people into 3 groups. Okay, first group that uses, their usage is more, right? Okay, 90 to 120 dollars. Second group, so that is about 30%. Second group, the usage is medium, which is very few, right? And then you have people who's using high, right? So the marketing manager has divided this data into 3 parts. Okay, now what action will you take? What action can you take on this? Okay, okay, we divided into 3 groups, A, B, C. C is people who uses too much of this, B is okay, uses less, and A is uses very less. What action will you take? What does it tell you to take? What decision can you take on this? Yes, Dhoni?
Well, I would lower the costs of the bill, right? So like when it was talking about how we have either monthly cost or a minute cost or both. Right, so if we have a minute cost and a monthly cost together, we should have the monthly cost the same, but instead, let's say the minute cost is $1 per minute. We can make it probably like 75 cents per minute or 80 cents per minute, which means that
from where are you getting 80 cents, 5 cents, $1?
I'm just creating numbers. I would like
That
reduce
is the
the
total bill for the month. That is the total bill for the month for each individual.
Oh.
That is the total bill for the month, right? So what does that mean? What action will you take? You are saying that you'll reduce remember this is international calls. Okay, how can you reduce from 50 cents to 30 cents? What inspires you to do that?
Sir,
What motivates you to do that? Why do you want to do that?
the thing is, we need to face the competition, no, sir.
Okay.
So here, if you observe, most of the people are falling under this category, first category, $0 to $30 bill per month.
Okay.
So to attract those customers, we can reduce the rates who use the bill in that range. In the sense, if your bill is lying in between $0 to $30, corresponding to usage, then those rates can be reduced.
What are you saying, Pujita? Their bills is already less and you want to reduce their bill only.
We can track the corresponding minutes, no, sir.
They are the ones, so their bill is already less. $30, which is more? $30 is more or $120 is more?
120 is more.
then why are you focused? Why are you trying to reduce the bill for $30? If you want to reduce it, reduce for $100, isn't it? So that they become 75.
Well, sir, what if we have a subscription based thing, as if where let's say you're spending more than $105 or $100, then you would get some kind of a subscription based perk. You could get some perk in it, which means that the bills and the $90 people would be attracted more to spend $100 so they can get that perk.
No, you are saying to increase the amount. So the $90 goes to $100, $100 goes to 110, 120 goes to 130.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying anyone who is spending over $100 as their bill, they get something extra. Like let's say you're spending over $100, so you would get something extra. So let's say they're spending $100 means they get 5 minutes extra or something like that. So the people who are studying between $90 or $75 will be more invested to move up more to $100.
Okay.
And spend $100.
Okay. So what will you achieve after doing that?
Which means that we will get more money, right?
Customer float will be increased, no, sir.
Yeah.
Customers, sorry?
Like more number of customers start using this particular service, no, sir.
Yeah, sir. So more number of customers would start using the service, and more number of customers would be inclined to spend over $100 so they can get like 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Okay. So by doing that, what is your objective?
By doing that, our objective is to raise how much the customer spends, or raise the what do you call it? We will be able to get more profit out of that, right?
So if you're giving them 5 minutes extra, you're losing money or gaining money?
It would all be depending on how much do you charge per
5 minutes
minute.
extra, if you're saying that, okay, everybody that is 90 to 120, give them 5 minutes extra. Okay, so you're losing money, right? Your profit will come down, isn't it?
Sir, for that particular 5 minutes, we lose money, sir. But more people will be interested to, we are forcing them to use.
Right?
Forcing them to use.
If I tell you, see, the phone talking, does it depend? If I tell you I'll give you 5 minutes extra, will you talk more?
No, sir, practically not actually.
If I tell you I give you 5 minutes extra, okay, you'll talk for 5 minutes. Will you talk for extra 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
No.
If I give you 5 minutes extra, probably you'll talk for 5 minutes extra, right?
Yeah.
You will not say, okay, let me talk for 50 minutes because he's giving 5 minutes extra.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that anyone who's spending over $90 will get 5 minutes extra.
So no, you're saying to increase the profit.
How
will that lead to increase in profit? No, so how will it increase in profit?
So it will increase in profit just if you the $75 people would be more inclined to actually spend 15 more dollars to get those extra 5 minutes, in which those extra 5 minutes you spend $15 to get that $15 time period, and on top of that they also get that 5 minutes.
See, phone talking, we don't talk based on the time. Okay, maybe food, you can order more food from outside if they give you discount. But phone, if I give you if I tell you, you spend $10, I'll give you $5 free. Will you talk? Because still you have to pay $5 from your pocket, isn't it? You don't leave the class and go and start talking to your friend because it's free. Sorry, sir. Right now my company has given you 3 minutes. I'll talk to my friends. You will not do that, right? You will talk based on the requirement only. Right? If you have to attend classes, if you have to go to school, if you have to do your homework, will you leave those and just talk on phone because you're getting 5 minutes extra?
Not really. No.
Right? So here it's not about 5 years extra that they'll spend $10 extra. Okay, maybe yes, when you're going to buy grocery, because the grocery you buy, you eat every day, right? So if they give you discount, probably you'll buy more. But not with telephone, not with the telephone bill, right? We all want to talk less only. Who wants to talk more?
Like mothers, my mother, my mom.
Correct. So see, so ultimately you are saying that if they're using 90, right, that means they're already talking whatever. Like if they have, let's say your mother is talking for 15 hours every day, suppose. So she continue to speak 15 hours only per day. No, she's not going to increase it to 18 hours per day.
You never know.
Already they are using $90. See, if those who are in 30, probably they might say, okay, now I'm talking about 10 minutes to in India. Now if I get extra, maybe I'll talk for 20 minutes. But who is already talking for 90 minutes, does it make sense for them to increase their bill?
Call rate can be reduced, sir.
Call rate will be reduced. Then what will happen?
Customer acquisition would also not be that good.
Sorry, Ronit?
We wouldn't get customers as much.
Okay.
The customer acquisition would not be that good.
Okay. So
I'm just thinking.
So
what if we incline people? Okay, instead of for 60, so for the people who are spending $60, right? Those are very less people, right? So for them who are spending $60, maybe we can incline them to spend a bit more. Give them a pop-out deal. Oh, I forgot. Give them a chance to win something.
what is your intention? You give them this, you are giving everything without having any intention.
Okay, so what is...
See, every business is different, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Every business is different. Telephone company is not like grocery company that you give the discount. See, in today's world, okay, you cannot tie a person to a particular service provider. Okay, the moment these guys realize, 120 guys realize that if I switch to another company, I will be able to reduce my bill. What they'll do? They will leave you and go. Okay, so these group, $90 to $100 group is your risk group. Okay, they are spending more than average. Okay, if you don't take care of them, they will switch. The moment they realize that, oh, I can save $10 on different provider, they will immediately switch. So as a business, as someone who's responsible for this, you have to, come up with different plans. The moment, see, when how many of you do online recharges, mobile phones? How many recharge? How many? You don't do an online recharge?
America doesn't have a thing such as an online recharge.
So how do you recharge it? I'm talking about prepaid, not postpaid.
Yes. Prepaid generally through mobile or online? Anybody generally?
I'm talking about recharging a mobile phone using online method.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many options do you see? How many options are there?
Generally,
how many options do you see?
Many offers, sir. Like each offer
Like six,
has its own.
Yeah, you will have hundreds.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if not 100 to 100 options you'll have. Why are they coming up with all these options, 100 options?
Because of the competition.
Because every people might have different requirement.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say if I don't have enough money, but I need to carry my mobile, right? I need to talk maybe. So So what I'll do, I'll recharge only for 5 rupees and I will talk for 5 rupees. Okay. If you want to talk more, you pay 400 rupees and get full talk time, unlimited calls. Okay. Now, what suits you may not suit me, right?
Yes.
What may suit me may not suit to somebody else. Everybody has, for somebody paying 400 rupees for unlimited call is a good deal, but not everybody can pay 400 rupees per, per month for phone, right? So what they do is they try to come up with different schemes so that everybody is suitable. Now, if let's say if Airtel decides I'm not going to do 5 rupees recharges, and Vodafone has, people will move to Vodafone. As a service provider, is there any innovation thing they're bringing? No. If it is 5G, everybody has 5G. Okay. Whatever fits, it's not that. See, when you try to evaluate, right? So there are some things where, let's say, you want to buy TV, let's say, or you want to buy phone, let's say, simple example, you want to buy handset. Okay, we evaluate on various parameters. Okay, camera, screen size, RAM. There are many parameters based on we evaluate. But when you buy this, this SIM, what is the parameter? On how many parameters do you evaluate? No, right? Whichever is, it gives you the right quantity, right price, you'll buy. What happened when Jio came? People started moving to Jio. Why? Jio was doing unlimited calls, which nobody had. I think what 300 or 200 rupees something was there. Unlimited calls, which nobody had. So everybody switched. Okay, it is so easy to switch, isn't it? You just go, give your old SIM, get a new SIM. That's it. You can switch easily. So switching telecom provider is easy. They can only play in cost. That's why if you see the cost in India is so low, because the moment they increase, right, people will switch to some other company immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So these are the people who are at the risk. If they figure out that if they will be able to reduce their monthly expense by $10 or $20, they will easily switch. There's an option, I don't know, I saw it a long time back on Airtel website. They will say enter your bill details and they will tell you how much you can reduce. Which business will tell you how to reduce? Every business will want you to pay more. Every business, if you see, grocery, if you go, they'll say, buy one 30 rupees, buy two 40 rupees. They want you to pay more, right? Telecom is the only business where they will tell you to spend less. No other business. Everybody wants to extract more and more money. Only telecom is the only business where they will tell you how to reduce your monthly expenses, isn't it? Because they know that if they don't tell, and if I figure out, as a customer, if I figure out, I will easily switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the people who are at risk. So you will analyze their bills, see how can they reduce. Maybe they are in a wrong plan. Okay. So you'll call them. You call them saying that you are using this plan, and if you move to other plan, your bill will be reduced by $20. They will appreciate your gesture, right? And these people who are in the extreme right, probably they can come down to this middle path. So these are the people who are at higher risk, okay? And you have to work with them to reduce their bill. Only then they will like your services. Okay, so this is what a data analysis is supposed to do. Okay, data analysis. Okay, data analysis. Okay, doesn't just mean putting data and drawing some graph. Okay, which graph, what information it will tell to the business people, what decisions can it make. If you see here, probably frequency distribution is the best graph in this scenario. Okay, no other graph probably will be suitable, right? So our objective is to draw this graph Okay, and next objective that you have to learn yourself is to make sense from the graph. Okay, so this is what it is saying. Okay. So any question there? Yes, no? Okay. We'll have few more graphs to talk about. Okay, so next one, we're going to talk about mean, median, mode, and quartile. What is mean, median, mode, and quartile?
Mean is average, mode is the most of one number, median is the middle, and quartile is the quartile.
Mean is the average, median is median, mode is mode, quartile is quartile. Except mean, everything else is same.
No, I said mean is average,
Quartile is
median is
quartile,
middle.
median is mid, okay, mode is mode.
No, mean is average, median is the middle, mode is the most amount of the number, and quartile is quartile.
Quartile is quartile.
Yes.
Everything. So only quartile is quartile, but mean is not mean. Mean is not mean. Mean is average. But quartile
Yes.
is quartile only.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Quartile, no. If you talk to me about standard deviation, yes, but quartile, I don't. I might know it, but I don't know.
What is goes everywhere. I mean, I'm asking quartile is going to standard deviation.
No. I'm saying if you're asking about standard deviation, I can.
That's what I'm saying. Why only standard deviation? There are a lot more things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you all can see my Excel sheet, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's not getting maximized. Yes. Okay, so let's say I have numbers.
Okay.
Okay, what is average of these numbers? What is mean of these numbers?
Calci or no calci?
Use your computer, calculator, whatever you have. Mean is average, right? How do you calculate average? You add all the values and then you divide by number of values, right? So in this case, mean is 44.1, right? Mode is the most occurring. So if you see, all these numbers are unique, right? So if I add 56 here, let's say, okay, of course your average will increase. Average will increase or decrease?
Increase.
After adding 56, average will increase or decrease?
Increase.
Louder.
Increase. 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 I said increase. Is that loud enough?
Why it will decrease?
I said increase. I said increase.
Hold on, Dhanil.
Oh.
Why it will decrease? You don't trust yourself? Yes, I'm saying it will increase. See, average was 44. I added extra value 56. Right. It will increase. Because average of these numbers is 44. And you're adding a number which is more than 44, 56. So new average will increase. Why will it decrease? Right? It will increase. Okay, what is mode here? Mode 56 number is occurring twice. Everything else is occurring once. So, okay, so mode is 56.
56.
What is median?
Uh, 56.
I can't hear you. You have to speak louder.
56.
Dhanit, wait, Dhanit, wait.
Oh.
When? If the data is put in increasing order, right? So, Dhanit, yes, tell me, Dhanit, what is the middle value here? Median is middle value, right?
Yeah, 56, right?
These are the data set, right? What is median here?
56.
56 is the median.
Uh-huh.
56
Yes,
is median.
yeah. Yes.
How?
Because 12, 1, oh wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 54. 54.
Okay. So to calculate median, first you have to increase the number in increasing order. Okay. So your first number will be 12, then 21, then 23, then 34, then 54, 56, 56, 72, 81, right? To calculate median, first you will put it in the increasing order. Okay, so I have put it in the increasing order. Step 2, calculate the number of letters, how many words you have, how many numbers you have. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right?
So,
9
quick question.
9 means 4 by 2, right? So fifth number. So 4, okay. So 4 this side and 4 this side, isn't it? So 54 is dividing the data set into two halves. 54 is dividing the data set into two halves. You have 4 digits, 4 numbers on the left, 4 numbers on the right. So in this case, median is what? 54 is the median. Okay. Now let's say I add one more number, 91. Now tell me what will be the median? So how many numbers we have now? 10. So if you take 5 here, okay, so you have 4 numbers on this side and 4 numbers on this side, correct? So now you have 2 numbers which is dividing the data set into two halves. 2 numbers, right? So you will take average of these two.
55.
Now median is what? 55. 55 is the median. So if you have odd number of digits, okay, members of the data set, then the mid value, there will be only one value, which will be median. But if you have even number of values, then there will be 2 values at the middle. So we take average of 2 values. Okay. So now write a program assignment. Write a program to take values as a list and calculate mean, median, and mode. Simple Python program. Okay. Calculate mean, median, mode. That's your homework. Okay. Mean, median, mode. Okay. So this is your mean, median, mode. What is the next question? Quartile. What does quartile means? Quartile is what?
I think quartile has something to do with graphs, right? Like you have 4 graphs. Like
Quartile is 1/4, man. You're going to graph and everything. Quarter means what? 1 is 1, half is 1/2. Quarter is
1/4.
1/4. Okay. So median is to divide data set into half. Quartile will divide data set into
4 parts.
1/4. So what happens is for quartile, you take this median, isn't it? It has divided data set into two halves, right? Now, if you find the median of this, that becomes quartile. Okay, for example. Okay, so let's say these are the numbers. What does median means? Median means mid value. Mid value, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 55 is your median. So 55 is dividing this data set into 1/2. Okay, and this is your second half. Agreed, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So what is the median of this? 23.
Yeah.
23, 54, and here what is the median?
72.
Right?
Yes.
So these are your quartiles. Quartile 0 means the minimum value. Minimum value is called quartile 0. Quartile 1. Quartile 1 means the number that is dividing into 1/4 and 3/4. So this is 1/4 and this is 3/4. Okay, quartile 2 is same as median. Quartile 2 is same as
Median.
median. Number that is dividing data set into 50%. 1/2, 1/2.
Yeah.
Then you have quartile 3. Quartile 3 means number that is dividing data set into
3/4 and 1/4.
3/4 and 1/4. Quartile 3. 54. Sorry, 55.
Yeah,
Right.
yes, sir.
55. Right? 55 is 20, correct. Okay. Then quartile 3 is 72 and your quartile 4 is your maximum value. So quartile 0 and 4. Quartile 0 means minimum value. Quartile 4 means maximum value. Quartile 1 means that is dividing into 1/4. Okay. Quartile 2 is dividing into 1/2. Quartile 3 is dividing into 3/4. So quartile means 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. What does percentile mean?
We consider the maximum marks in the or maximum figure in the given set, and it will be considered as 100.
Median means dividing data set into half.
Yeah.
Quartile means dividing data set into quarter. Percentile means dividing data set into hundreds, 1/100. Okay, you're dividing the data set into 100 parts. Now let's say total number of data set okay, is 10,000. So you have 10,000 data set. How many values will be in each percentile? 100?
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So see, when you have 24 data set, okay, for example, let's say take this, how many have 10, right? So when you have 10 data set, how many values will be in each quartile?
2.5, 2.5.
Right? 2.5. But
Yeah.
you can't find 2.5, right?
Yes.
So, so somewhere you have 2, right? Somewhere you have 3. So 2, 3, 3, 2, kind of. So if you have 12 data set, each will have 3, 3 data. Each quarter will have 3, 3.
Yeah.
So you have 10,000, let's say, for a GMAT exam. Okay, GMAT exam, total number of candidates that appeared is 10,000. Okay, so you're dividing 100 into each quartile, 100, 100. Okay, so the first 100 student will get 99 percentile. That's what it means. When you see somebody says 99 percentile, it means the rank is in top 100th. If you have 10,000 candidate, you're in top 100. If it is 100,000, 1 lakh candidate, then you are in top 1,000. Okay, if you have 10 lakhs or 1 million candidates, you are in top 10,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what 1 percentile means. So 100% means, so just like Q4. What does Q4 means? Highest. So if I say 100 percentile means topper.
Yeah.
100 percentile means topper, highest rank, highest marks. Quartile 0 means what? Lowest. If I say percentile 0, lowest marks in that entire thing. Percentile 99, 100. When I say quartile 3, means what? Right? So you have 1/4 on top, 3/4 on bottom. So 99 percentile means you have 100ths on the top and 99 hundredths on the bottom. Correct? 90 percentile means what? 90 percentile means 10 hundredths top, 90 hundredths bottom. Right? So your quartile 2 is same as median, is same as 50 percentile. Okay, quartile 2 is same as median, is same as 50 percentile. That means you are at the half. Okay, equal number of people above your marks and equal number of people below your marks. Okay, it will only tell you the number of people, it will not tell you marks. It will only tell you number of people. Okay, so one of the plot that we draw using percentile is called box plot. Okay, it's called box plot. What is it called, everyone?
Box plot.
Box plot.
Yes.
Box plot.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to draw a box plot. Box plot will have box like this. Okay. It will have one divider like this. Okay, so you'll have a box here. You'll have something which is dividing the box, and this box will have two handles like this to carry the box. So box with two handles, okay, and a middle line. This is called box plot. Okay, some box plot might have dots also here. Okay, dots will be either below this handle or above this handle. Okay, let's understand what does this mean. The bottom handle is your quartile 0. Quartile 0 means lowest value, minimum value. Okay, if we do not have minimum value smaller than this. This is called your quartile 1. Quartile 1. So between Q0 to Q1, 25% of data points are there. Then this line is called quartile 2 or median. This is called 3 and this is called
percentage 4.
Okay, 4. 4 means what? Maximum value.
Percentage, that's what.
Not percentile. I don't know, quartile is a percentage. Okay, Q4 is the maximum value. Okay, the biggest value in the data set. Quartile 0 is the smallest value in the data set. Quartile 1, 2, and 3. So box represents quartile 1, 2, 3. Handle represents minimum value and maximum value.
Okay.
There would be some dots here which are called outliers. What does outliers mean? There is no particular definition of outliers, but what does that mean? It is outside the box only. But what does that mean? Okay. So it means something which is not, okay, not useful. It is not something which does not, does not represent a data set. Does not represent the data set. Okay. Okay. So let's say if we have 20 women in the class, I'm the only, then I'm becoming outliers. Generally doesn't belong to the data set. Okay. So generally, let's say if you have numbers here, okay. So if you see now you have numbers equal numbers, right? 12, 21, 23, 34, 54, right? In this case, okay, 91 doesn't look like an outlier because data set is almost like continuous. 54, 56, 6, 70, 80, 91. Okay. But let's say if I delete 72 and 81, let's say you have 54, 56, and then 91. Then 91 looks like an outlier because most of the values are between 10 and 50s, and okay, the gap between them is maximum like 10 or 15. Suddenly you see something which is 40 points away. Okay, so in this case we would call as outliers. We will use only these values for analysis. We'll exclude 91. So 91 does not look like, okay, but yeah, I said right, if you have 71, 81, okay, in this case it doesn't look at outliers because numbers are evenly spread up to 91, kind of evenly spread up to 91, right? But if the gap is too much, then you call it outliers. So this is outliers which on the higher side. Okay, so this is where you put, these are like that outliers. You can have outliers. Let's say I put -5 for example. Everything is positive, I got 1 minus. So this looks like an outlier. So this would be your outliers here, the lower than the lowest value. Outliers on the lower side will be lower than the lowest value, and outliers on the higher side will be higher than the highest value. Right? So this becomes your outliers on the higher side, this becomes your outliers on the lower side. Okay, generally we exclude because that doesn't look like a part of same data set. Okay, so these are your outliers. Box plot is the only plot, okay, which gives the outliers. If you want to find outliers, there is no other way to find outliers than to plot box plot. Box plot will calculate and it tells you that these are the outliers. Now it is up to you whether you treat it as outliers or not. Boxplot says outliers, but you don't want to treat it as outliers. That's fine. Okay. But Boxplot is the only one which even tells you outliers is. But there is no mathematical formula. There's no formula as such. We say, okay, if this is it, if x is more than 5, it's outliers. No, there's no such formula. Okay. It is all based on our judgment. Okay. It is all based on judgment. And if you want, a method, single method is Boxplot. Okay, with me everyone? Okay, so next question is based on outliers. Okay, this is a restaurant called Popeyes. Okay, and this is a box plot. Okay, the blue point that you see the data set. Okay, so ignore those blue points, just focus on the box plot. On the x-axis, so this is okay. So what I have drawn here is called vertical box plot. What I have drawn here is vertical box plot. Handle is top bottom. What he has drawn here in the graph is horizontal box plot. You have handle here, isn't it? So in vertical box plot, the numbers will be on x-axis. So these are the numbers. Okay. So if I say this is low or this okay, let's say that we use same data set here. So you have 12 here. So you will have 12. Okay. And let's say this is 91. Okay. You can find the average quartile 1, quartile 3. Okay. This is an example of horizontal box plot. Same thing they have done here. Okay, so Popeyes is a restaurant. Okay, and on x-axis you have the values which talks about the service time. Okay, how much service time they take per order. So maybe you have looked at the entire order in a day. Okay, let's say there are 100 orders. So you have plotted the graph based on the time taken to serve all the 100. Okay, 100 orders. Okay, so what is the minimum value? Can you see from here the minimum value? What do you think is the minimum value? 102. How do you know? It's written there, right? Yes. So your x0 is 102. What is x4? 238. Okay, quarter is 156. Median is 175, quarter is 192. Okay, IQR stands for interquartile range. Okay, so you have two values here, range and IQR. Range and IQR. IQR stands for interquartile range. Simple range is Q4 minus Q0. What does that mean? Q4 minus Q0, what does that mean? Largest minus smallest. Okay, largest minus smallest. Interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. IQR is Q3 minus Q1. Okay, so if you look at the box plot, this will tell us IQR, and this will tell us the range. The distance from handle to handle is range. Distance within the box is called IQR. Which is better? Which one should we consider for analysis? IQR or range? Why IQR? Why range? Why IQ range? Okay. So if data set does not have any outliers, both are equally good to take. Okay. See, when you say IQR value will be different, range value will be different, right? But when you're comparing multiple situations, you have to compare range versus range versus range versus range. Range of each thing. Or IQR versus IQR versus IQR versus IQR. Okay, so if the data set does not have any outliers, then you can take either range, compare the range values, or you compare the IQR values. But if you have outliers, then range can become can give you a wrong meaning, right? If there is a -1 and 1000, okay, range will become what? 1001. Most values are between 1500, let's say. Most of the values are between 1500. Okay, but you have 1000 values and 1 minus values. Because of 1 minus here and 1 value is here, the range is become too big. So we have to remove outliers and take only the range. So that's why IQR is preferred way of analysis. And we'll see again later when to use, how to use applications of range, IQR range. But right now we're focusing on the blocks. Okay, so IQR here, if you see, if you minus Q3 and Q1, 192 minus 156, you get 36. Okay, 1238 minus, no, 192 minus 156 is 36. Okay, that is IQR. Okay, so what does this box tell you about Popeyes service time? What does it tell you? Look at the graph. What do you say? Just say what is there. We'll talk about meaning later. First, say what do you see. Okay. Minimum time it takes to serve an order is 112 seconds. Okay, those are seconds or minutes. So it can't be minutes, right? 238 minutes, not possible. Right? It is seconds only. So 112 seconds, maximum is 238 seconds. Okay, on average it takes, right, 175, 177, whatever, 175 I think is your median, and bulk of the values that will, bulk of the orders will take IQ Q1 to Q3. Okay, so much. Building up. This is not billing, right? Service time. Quick service restaurant. How much time they take to serve the, when you go and order? This is a fast food. That's why you see seconds. Okay. Popeyes, Wendy's, these are all McDonald's. These are all fast food centers. QSR. Now you tell me. Okay. You can see 3 box plot, right? Which? McDonald's, Wendy's, and Popeyes, right? Tell me which is better in your opinion. Which restaurant is better? In your opinion, which restaurant is better?
Wendy's, sir.
Wendy's? Why do you think Wendy's is better?
Because their serving time is lesser, sir, compared to the remaining 2, Popeyes and McDonald's.
Okay.
Their serving time is less.
Okay, which is the worst?
Sir?
Which is the worst?
Worst, can't say worst, but best is this one, sir. Wendy's maybe. And McDonald's definitely takes more time than this Popeyes for certain range. Outliers are almost same, sir, for this one, McDonald's and Popeyes.
Answer that question. No, which do you think is the worst of all these 3?
Worst.
Which is second best?
McDonald's.
See, McDonald's second best, the third best, or worst is Popeyes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Out of 3, if you know 1, 2, the third one is the third.
Yeah.
Right? Why do you think Wendy's is the best one? You look only at the minimum time?
Not only minimum, maximum also, sir.
Okay.
See, if we look at the maximum time for Wendy's, it's almost around somewhere around 180 or something like that. But it's having 2 outliers maybe. but if you look at the maximum time of poppies, it's almost reaching 2:30 or somewhere like that. Coming to McDonald's, it's around almost like around 2:10 or somewhere like that.
Okay. Now let's
Hardee's is more worst.
Now let's say you are waiting, you are at the railway station, you are waiting for your train to come. Train has 3 hours running late. Right?
Yeah.
You have to spend time. In that case, which one will you prefer?
Waiting time.
I'm asking which restaurant will you prefer?
Which restaurant? Obviously, this one, second one, Wendy's, sir.
I'm saying your train is running 3 hours late, you are waiting for your train.
Okay.
Which restaurant do you prefer?
Even though my train is late, I want to finish up my work faster, sir. I
And
can't.
then what?
And then maybe wind up remaining tasks. Like I have to be early at the station, sir.
And even if you take 300 seconds, 100, so what? 300 seconds is like what? 5 minutes? Okay.
Jack in Box is really very good. He's starting very late, it seems.
Yeah. See, they're starting very late. That means, you know what? They may not be preparing fast food.
Yeah.
The Jack in the Box may not be really doing fast food. They might be making chapati or rice, something.
Yes,
You know?
yes,
That's why it's
yes.
taking more than others.
Yeah.
Right? So, yes. So that's how we look at this box plot.
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is a beautiful article, okay, written by Santosh Krishna, okay, data scientist. What he has done is, he is comparing the, okay, the real estate price of Bombay and Bangalore. And he's talking about in terms of the rental yield. Okay, what is rental yield? Rental yield is the rent that you're getting divided by the cost of the house. So we're not comparing the, you know, like 10,000 or 20,000, right? We are saying rental yield is the cost. Let's say if you bought a house of 50 lakhs and you're getting a rent of 20,000. Okay, so what is the rental yield?
20,000 by.
You
Cost.
tell me.
Okay.
The rental yield. Calculate and tell me.
Yeah.
You bought a house of 50 lakhs.
Okay.
And you're getting a rent, and you put it on rent, and you got a rent of, you're getting a rent of 20,000. What is the rental yield?
0.004.
It is always in percentage.
Okay. 0.4%.
0.4.
Yeah.
You bought another house for 1 lakh, and you're getting 35,000 rent.
Obviously, it will be more, sir.
What is the rental yield?
1 second, sir. %35, sir.
Not 35%.
1 lakh, no, sir.
0.35%. It is 0.35%, not 35%.
Into 100, no, sir. Okay.
35,000 into 100 will be 35 lakhs. 35 lakhs where 1 crore is 0.34.
Okay,
How
sir.
many
1
times will
crore.
you multiply? How many times will you multiply with 100? 1 time or 2 times?
Sir, 1 second. I have taken 1 lakh.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So which is giving you more yield?
The first case.
First case. That's why it's
Yeah.
saying that, you know, buying such houses is better.
Yes.
Right? Because minimum investment, maximum return. So
Yeah.
what this fellow has done, you know, he is comparing the, you know, again, it was done in 14 and 15. So 3 quarters of 14 and 3 quarters of 15. Okay, 6 quarters. Can I reduce? So what I'll do is, let me copy this and we'll put side by side, okay? It'll be easy to compare. So this is your Bangalore yield, okay? Let's say you have some money and you want to invest. Which city you will invest? See, if you're investing for investment returns, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be in your city. If you're buying to stay, then you want to buy a city where you are living. But if you want to invest, it should only be driven by the returns. Which are giving you more returns, there you'll invest. Right? Now, should you invest in Mumbai or should you invest in Bangalore?
Mumbai.
Why Mumbai?
Because the rental yield, maximum rental yield is 0.8 in Mumbai. Coming to Bangalore, it's less than 0.6, somewhere around 0.575 or something like that. Sir?
No, wait. Maximum is in Bombay is what you said?
0.8.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, you have something here also, right?
Yes, sir.
And here you have close to 1, isn't it?
Yes.
And which is higher? See, we should not go by the highest value. Never go by the highest value. We should go by the average value.
Okay.
You will never get highest. If that is the case, then everybody will invest in shares only, no? Shares will give you highest value.
Yeah.
Everybody will invest in shares.
Yes.
Why don't everybody invest in shares? Or even if you invest in shares, why don't you invest all your money in shares?
No, some may go up, some may. Yeah.
Higher the return, of course. So if the share is giving you highest return, then everything is also high, right? So even though if you go by the highest, Bangalore is higher than this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at this. Bulk of this, okay? So though this is highest, but number of people, the probability is so less. Probability of getting 1 is so less.
Yeah.
Probability of getting 1 is so less. But probability of getting 4 or 0.4 is so high, isn't it? Here
Yes.
it is for 3 maybe. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So I have maximum probability of getting higher yield is Bangalore. What kind of graph is this? This is also a frequency distribution. Okay. Here, when you have very big values, large values, then your rectangle will look like a line. Continuous values, we call them continuous values. Okay. Discrete value, you will get rectangles. 5, 10, 15. So after 5, or let's say 5, 5.5. After 5, you have 5.5. Right? So after 5, you will go like this. So you'll go, this is 5, and then 5.5, again it will be 5.5. Between 5 and 5.5, there's no value. So you will get a step like this. You'll get step like this. So this is example of discrete, where 5, 5.5. But continuous means what? 5, 5.01, 5.025, so it will look like this. Okay, every value is possible. Okay, so continuous data will be like lines like this. Okay, discrete data will be like bar graphs.
Yeah.
lower, higher, like that.
Like
Okay,
first histogram.
everything is, yes, everything is possible. All the values lies on the line. But if you take rectangle histogram, okay, after this value, next value is this value only, isn't it? After this value, next value is this value only. From between this and this, there's no value. That's why we call them discrete data. Discrete data. This is continuous. Everything is possible between this line. Everything. Okay. 0.1, 0.0001, 0.000001 is also possible. Practically, it is not possible to have all kinds because you have infinite kind of thing. But what it indicates is you have many large values which lies between. So all possibilities are possible. So these are the steps of creating a visualization. First, develop your research question. Don't first create the graph, then you think about what should I do. First thing is develop your question. What question I'm trying to answer? Okay, based on the questions, you get the data. I'm thinking about improving my sales process, how to make my customers happy. About data which I have is about employee data. Can I do anything about it? Probably no. So data that you collect has to be in alignment with your research question, what you want to achieve. So when I'm developing a research question, okay, the data that I'm going to create has to be in alignment with the research question. So step one is research question. Step two is get or create your own data. Then you clean your data. Cleaning means making it ready to perform analysis. Okay. Then you choose the chart type.
Hello.
Yesterday we discussed about different chart types, isn't it? So for doing visualization, first thing is the question. What kind of question you are trying to answer? Then get the data based on the question. Then we have to clean the data, make it ready for your analysis. Okay. Then choose the chart type. Right? We discussed about yesterday. We discussed about correlation plot, frequency distribution, comparison. Yes, graphical. Okay, so you need to choose those charts based on your requirement. Okay, then which tool? Now, when I say tool, in our case, we'll use Python only, but you can use Tableau, Power BI, you can use R. Okay, many other tools are there. Right? You can decide which tool. Then prepare your data. Okay, finally create the chart. Once chart is created, then you will share with your business people. Okay, so this is the step. Okay, business understanding, then data understanding, then you prepare the data, then you analyze the data, validate to make sure that data is correct. Okay, and finally you present it. This is what we are going to do starting now. Okay, so we'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay.